once again at the SAY Conference, Serious About You Conference 2019. I'm with another VIP and great keynote speaker, and that is Dr. Dwain from Reach Every Generation. Good morning, Dr. Dwain.
Good morning.
Your organisation, Reach Every Generation, received a Queen's Award for voluntary service. What did your organisation have to do to get that prestigious award?
Well, Reach Society, Jennifer.
Beg your pardon, Reach Society.
No problem. Reach Society, Jennifer, is a social enterprise, and what we do is we encourage, motivate and inspire young people to develop their talents. And we have been doing that since 2010. So to 2019, we're in our 9th year. And across that period, we have impacted just over 20,000 young people. So in 2017, we were well on our way to 15,000 young people. And that information and range of activities were submitted in the application for the Queen's Award. And we were fortunate that the assessment by the award-making committee found that what we had been doing was worthy of a Queen's Award for voluntary service.
On a personal note, you received an OBE. How are you celebrating that?
Yes, indeed. In the Queen's Birthday honours list, June of this year, I was delighted and surprised to receive an OBE. The citation reads, for services to the British African Caribbean community. And you know, I have been volunteering for 40 years, and the inspiration for that are my parents, who, when I completed my degree, said, in our family, we always try and help those who are not as well off as ourselves. And that was my inspiration. How have I been celebrating it? Well, my family and I have certainly drank a toast to it. I'm actually waiting to actually receive the OBE medal before I have a big party with family and friends.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Reach Society appears to have sport at the top of its agenda. You have Lord Ousley as well on your list of panellists and very important people. That's good to hear. Why did you choose sport?
Well, I'm not sure you've understood our positioning. We haven't chose sport to be our top priority. What we have are 4 patrons, and those patrons include Lord Ousley. The reason we've chosen to have a team of patrons is because they help us to promote the work that we're doing, and they're a constant reminder to young people that we have some very high-achieving individuals in our community. It's not just the professionals who lead the organisation, but way beyond our professionals are others who've been inspiring and working to benefit our community for decades before ourselves. That's why we have those patrons there.
Does your answer also include current projects you're currently working on in relation to the youth?
All of the projects that we roll out are targeting young people. So let me just give you a quick rundown of the activities that define our annual program. Every year we have a careers conference in the Easter break. The last one we had this year attracted 1,700 young people. We had over 65 professionals, and we had 36 employers who were exhibitors there. And the careers conference is very much about closing the gap between our young people in the age range 13 through to 24 and the professionals in our community, so those young people can be inspired by them. We also roll out 1, possibly 2 employability days. We've been rolling out an employability day in Islington at the City and Islington College for 6 years in a row. And recently, in the last 2 years, we've been rolling out an employability day in Wolverhampton last year and in Leicester this year. Next year we hope to do the same thing in Birmingham. In addition to that, schools and colleges invite us to do careers days, and that's a way of getting young people to understand what the future could hold for them. But across the year, we have a steady stream of invitations to have one or two of our professionals to go to schools, talk to groups of young people, perhaps speak in an assembly, but all the time inspiring young people in a variety of settings. And that pretty much typifies what we would do in a typical year. But there are other things which most people won't be aware of. We worked last year with Durham University to attract the first cohort of British students to their summer school. And their 21 young people are doing the summer school this summer. Many of those young people will end up receiving offers to study at that prestigious university. We're also in discussion with Glasgow University, and as part of that discussion they have now launched 30 scholarships for British youngsters of African Caribbean background. So there will be some very lucky youngsters getting places at Glasgow University and receiving scholarships on the back of that. We have an ongoing scholarship scheme with Brunel University, and that is heavily supported by Grace Foods. And as most folks in the Caribbean will know, Grace Foods are a major employer that started in Jamaica and has developed its business across the Caribbean and across Europe. So that just gives you a flavour of the sort of things that we do in a typical year.
Right, that's great. So what are the obstacles, if any, that might affect your organisation's day-to-day running?
If I'm honest, there is no obstacle that we've encountered or expect to encounter that we can't overcome. And here is why. Unlike a lot of voluntary groups, we are not funded by handouts. We never spend any time applying for grants, because all the funds we use to roll out our activities, we generate ourselves. And for the voluntary sector, access to funding is the single most challenging matter they have to address. We have solved that by generating our own income. The rest of it is to apply our intelligence to define and roll out innovative activities for the benefit of our young people. We are led by very, very talented professionals. So we've got no shortage of intellectual horsepower, and the idea is to use that intellectual capability to identify, develop and roll out the right types of events that will benefit our young people. We don't see obstacles, we always see solutions as we move forward.
Another personal question: are you taking part in today's conference because you feel it is a duty, and are you surprised by the recent knife epidemic that we're experiencing today?
Two questions, two answers. We're taking part in today's conference because we absolutely believe our community is capable of protecting our children, which requires us to generate solutions we can implement that will benefit and protect our young people. I have no doubt in my mind we can do that, but we need to own the issue and we need to apply our solutions to protect our children. In terms of why we are here, we're here because we see that Reach Society can actually share its approach to serving the community in the ways that we're doing it, which could be inspirational to other groups, not just the church organisation. So, we have the capability to protect our children better. I believe we can do that. And also we see ourselves as sharing with our community our approach to being of benefit.
And finally, for the interest of those listening, would you like to promote one of your publications, or how can people get in touch with you?
It's easy to get in touch with us. We have a website, and it's reachsociety.com. On our website you will see a number of things about our publications and also about our activities. We have an events page, and we keep that fully up to date so people can see the things that we intend to roll out to the end of the year, and in November we will publish the things for 2020. If I want to promote one of our publications, I would promote our latest book. The short title, is Our Heroes, By Us, For Us. It actually showcases the more than 100 individuals over the last 200 years who have impacted the modern black community in a positive way. Anyone who wants to know about how our community has distinguished itself within the last couple of 100 years should read that book.
Dr. Dwain Neil, thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you very much.